Welcome to Fly Fish Live Series 2. Here are your 8 competitors for the World Final. Representing Australia, Tom Jarman. Representing Sweden, Jonas Olsson. Representing Ireland, Mark Driver. Representing Ireland, Sean Marr. Representing Ireland, Tom O'Connor. Representing the USA, Noah Shapiro. Representing the USA, Danny Sizek. Representing the USA, Kirk Lewis. These 8 men will battle it out for the title of Fly Fish Live World Champion. Good luck, guys.
All right. G'day, guys. Welcome back to Fly Fish Live. And we finally got to this game where Kirk is up to try and beat Jonas's score of 12. And now we'll get straight over to Kirk, who's ready to go down by the river. Are you there, Kirk?
Yeah.
How are you, mate?
Good. How are you today?
Good, thanks. How's it? I hear the water's a bit high.
A little bit. Yeah, we're still, we've been in runoff for about a month now. And every time it starts to come down, the rain comes again. So it's a little high today. There's a little bit of clarity, but a little off color.
Whereabouts are you fishing right now?
We're fishing out of Buffalo, Wyoming, on Clear Creek. Runs right through town, and we're below town.
Well, nice. So, we did a little poll earlier, and there's a few people. Well, about 70 or 80% of them said that you're going to get between 7 and 12. How's the feeling? You think you're up to the challenge? You need 13 to win, or get one before 13 seconds if you catch 12.
we're gonna give it hell.
Awesome. Well, good luck. While you're here, we actually got a special guest, and it's Mr. Jonas Olsson himself. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good.
What do you think by looking at Kirk's River? Do you think he's got a chance, or
it's hard to say. It's really hard. It's we'll see.
How fast is it running there, Kirk?
I think we're a little over 400 cubic feet per second, and this time of year it usually is about 200. So we're about double the amount of water comes down the river. It's normal.
All right, mate. We'll get straight into this game. We'll get you down, get you ready to go. I'll count down from 3 seconds, and then the siren will go, and off you go. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, and go. All right. Game on. He needs one under 13 seconds if he gets 12. Otherwise, he's got to get 13 fish. He's got to get 13 fish now to beat you, Jonas.
Yeah, I know. It's not impossible.
In this type of water, mate, where would you be fishing? The banks or?
Yeah, probably search the banks first, and then just go from there. See if there's any fish there or wherever they can be. But banks are a good choice.
And what's your choice to fly if you were to fish this sort of water?
For this type of water, for this type of competition, it will probably be a squirmy.
Squirmy?
Yeah, like a pink one or something that really stands out. But then again, like a black woolly bugger would probably do it as well.
What do you have on your line, Kirk? A mop and a worm.
Mopping a worm.
No.
Now we better introduce the camera lady, Kirk's better half.
It's Ashley. Hi, guys.
How deep is that river there, Ashley?
I have no idea. And I'm a good swimmer, but I wouldn't even get in the water.
We might ask you a couple of questions, Ashley. Did Kirk sort of get to the river and sort of walk up and down his beat at all, or did you just get there and he goes, right, I'm just going to do this? Did he?
A little
plan
of both. He did walk. He's got a couple of spots along here that he wants to try. But we didn't do a lot of investigating before.
Has he fished it?
Um,
Has he fished this area a lot?
I
Recently?
don't think he's fished this section. He's fished this water before, but I don't think he's fished this section before. It's just we're limited to what he can even get to with how high the water is.
Yeah. And I do believe it snowed last week, you were saying.
Yep, up in the mountains it snowed last week.
It's nearly,
So
nearly the middle of summer, isn't it?
yep. We had so much snow this winter that with the snow and the rain recently, it's just we just have so much water.
Yeah, I saw some footage from USA this winter when you had like, I think I never seen that much snow in my life.
Yeah, we had snow starting in October, I believe, and we didn't see the ground until April, May. It was a lot of snow
Yeah.
and some really, really cold days. So it was a hard winter this year. But then other places, like you guys were saying, are in drought. So
Is that river mostly brown trout?
Kirk, is it mostly brown trout or is there?
He's on a mission now.
Yeah.
Think he found a rockfish.
Yeah. Or the sticks, you know.
Ashley, do you ever get out there and have a competition against him?
Well, the competition does not. I try to participate, but he has to tie everything for me. So he doesn't get to enjoy it when I'm fishing with him. So it's how much he wants to tolerate me during the day.
And does he select your flies for you? He ties some flies.
Oh yeah, he does it all. I don't know the first thing. And then he, wants me to carry one of his nice rods, and then I'm afraid I'm going to break it or drop it in the stream. But he's a good teacher. He's very patient with it. But I just feel bad because he's constantly trying to help me. I have caught a double though, which I was really proud of.
Nice.
But I haven't fished in a while.
And Jonas, with this sort of water, mate, from your experience, do the fish sit like over, like if we're looking at the screen now, do they sit like over the other side there in that fast flowing stuff, or they tend to sit in the deeper pools where it's not so quick?
They will probably sit in the slower water, deeper. fish, at least here, fish tends to move into that when it's high. So, but then you never know because fish can be weird, like we experienced this weekend. So you never quite know, but at least brown trout tends to move into the slower water when it's high.
Yeah.
Rainbows can be a bit more in the faster, but yeah.
And Ashley, how warm is it over there at the moment?
It's in the 70s, so it's actually a really nice day. It was raining this morning, so we were kind of anticipating rain and cold, but it warmed up and the sun came out, so it's actually worked out well.
Well, you have one on the board by now, Jonas, after
Yeah.
13 seconds, but your second one, it took you quite a while, didn't it?
Yeah, that took a while.
How was it messing with your mind?
No, not really, because when I got that one so fast, in my head, it said like, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fish down here. And that would have like been good with the plan I had. But then when I had 2 bites, I think, in that slower water. So, and I was so confident that there would be more fish. So that's why I didn't leave.
Yeah.
But
Big.
then when I did, I found them. So they were standing in a bit faster water than we thought they would.
Yeah, we've got Paul over in Ireland said that's hard fishing for Kirk. Don't give up. You just need one to get you pumped.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that first fish because then you can relax a bit.
So do the nerves come up a bit, do they, when you start these sort of matches and before you get your first one, or
Always. Because then things starts to mess with your head and you start overthinking, and the longer that it takes, the more mistakes you make, and yeah.
Tom O'Connor's come on. Looks like tough fishing for Kirk. Yeah, mate. Just apparently just over 400 CFS, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Jonas, what's your what would be ideal sort of is it, as it's 400 now, what would be the ideal sort of speed?
Probably half.
Half that.
Yeah, half of, like you said, that it's kind of double up. So probably half and under.
Yeah. Tom O'Connor, squirmies might work in that water. He's got a squirmy on, doesn't he?
Yeah, pink one.
Yeah. Problem that could be when it's running so high and fast is to get down to where the fish are, because they're probably sitting very deep, or they are sitting just almost under the bank.
You basically need a massive sinker on to
Yeah.
get it down there. Has he started it where like his favorite spot, or is he just having to play around this and going to the better?
I think he's just trying where we're at, just playing around with it.
Yeah. He's 11 minutes in.
11 minutes down.
Tell us a bit about your competition on the weekend, Jonas. Did you catch more than you did in the Fly Fish Live game?
Yeah, in the total, I did, but it's funny because I said to Graham that maybe the Fly Fish Live set like the average what I would get, and I stayed around 10 and 11. I got 10, 11, and 8 fish per session. So, but it was very, very tough fishing, not what we expected at all.
Yeah.
So we had to work really hard for them. So the weighting you saw on my live match was nothing compared to the weighting I did during the comp later on.
How close in your experience, Jonas, do they sit? They sit right against the bank in this sort of weather.
Yeah, they could.
Sort of water, sorry.
Yeah, they could. They can be, for what we get down here in Sweden, they can almost be like under the bank when it's like this. So they stay sheltered from the hard current.
Yeah. Not getting out of the sunlight. It's more to stay out of the hard current.
Yeah. Save energy as much as possible.
Now,
because if it's still flooded and it's snow melt and stuff, so the water gotta be quite cold as well.
It is cold.
Yeah.
Now, does color play a big part in this color water, the color of your fly? Or is it more about getting the fly down to the bottom?
Kind of both. It can, the color of the fly can be important, but mostly to get to where the fish is, then it really doesn't matter. But a pink squirmy could work, but also, like I said, like a black woolly bugger or stuff, just pulling streamers along the bank can be also good, because black flies have quite a big contrast in colored water. So
Oh, he's going to make a bit of a run for it. How often would you change your fly and this sort of stuff, Jonas? Would you be changing often, or would you just keep that fly on just until you find one?
I would probably have 2 rods rigged for this type, like one nymphing rod and one stream rod, and then fish the same stuff twice to see, rather than change the fly, because the flies probably work, you know what works. So, and so if they don't want the squirmies and stuff like that, maybe they take a streamer, so it could be worth trying pulling a streamer. And then if nothing happens, of course, you will change the fly. But
do the fish stay in schools in this sort of water, or do they sit out by themselves, from your experience?
It's sometimes, but they can be quite close. They maybe not schooling up, but they can be close together.
Yep.
But then again, if it's like a deep pocket, there can be a school of fish, no problem at all.
The bridge.
Got some timber to tackle with.
Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta run around so you guys can see him.
So we will mention it. Last time Kirk fished on Fly Fish Live, Ashley was actually camera chick again, and after the game she got a ring.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
I stood in the rain for him all morning. Well, I wondered why he didn't have one of his buddies film, because they have a lot better commentary than I do. And he was insisting that I go with him. So he had his plan.
So where's he going now? He's gone up or downstream?
He's going down. We don't get bit by a snake. Here we go. You see him?
Yep, there he is.
See, can you guys see out here? The water
Yeah.
was all the way up
Oh yeah.
here. So it's come down some, but
Yeah, Jonas, in that little side pocket there, do the fish get into that sort of stuff where he's standing, or?
Yeah, they could be kind of right where he was standing. So you have the edge where the fast and the slower meet, just to save energy, but it's like a bit downstream from where he is now. Looks pretty nice. It looks like a big, is like a big whirlpool.
It does look like a big whirlpool there, doesn't it? In that sort of water where it's whirlpool, will they sit right in the middle of it, or they sit on the edge and?
Probably in the edge. Depends on how deep it is. If
how
they
deep do you think it is, Kirk? 6 feet, he said,
Yeah.
probably.
could sit below it, but it's like, yeah, it's
I do
nice.
believe you caught your second one with nearly halfway mark
Yeah.
from memory. So
Yeah, it
anything
was something I watched it today because I had to to see it. So I think it was when I had 26 minutes left or something, the second one came.
Ashley, does the river stay this wide, or does it get really narrow up there? It looks like it's going to narrow right in.
Yeah, it gets narrow. And even this is really wide for right now, just with how high the water is.
They'll be in the banks on the worms, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
How much time would you give in this sort of a whirlpool area, Jonas? Would you just give it?
This condition, maybe 2 or 3 drifts and then move on, because it's really hard. And if it's that deep, it's hard to get the flies down, and it's hard to get them to maybe drift the way you want them.
Is there any secrets to, if it's running fast like this, to get your flies right down there? Except the biggest bead you got.
Yeah, maybe fish like downstream with the hang downstream, but then put your rod under the water until you feel the bottom, so you get the flies down there.
Got Tom O'Connor's on here. Fair play to Kirk. He's given it all in very tough conditions.
Yeah.
Remove them again.
Yeah, he said it was gonna be tough, but this is kind of a bit tougher than I thought he meant.
But he's almost 22 minutes into it. 38 minutes left. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Has he got a dead end there?
Yeah.
Gonna get the swim.
It's moving too fast.
What's the idea, Jonas? Is there an idea with like fishing like a bit of a whirlpool water like that? Would all the food get circled up into one area?
Yeah, if you see, it would probably be pushed against the bank where Kirk is, because you see it kind of turns that way.
Yeah.
So the fish will probably stay maybe close to the bank.
There's a lot of debris in here right
Yeah.
now too, so
Yeah, I see something is in the middle of that whirlpool because the water is boiling up. So it's either a deep pocket or something else down there.
Did he have any tricks up his sleeve if it's a slow start for him?
I don't think so. He usually keeps it all to himself and then just does what he wants to do. He doesn't ever really tell me what the plan is. It's all in his head. When we go, he's like, he always tells me, throw the fly right there. There's the fish. And he's like, and then he'll be like, let me show you. And then he shows me and he catches the fish. And I'm like, so then now what am I supposed to fish? Just caught the fish.
And Jonas, would you fish? Would you ever try downstream fishing in this sort of water, or is it
Yeah.
always?
Yeah, probably. Like I said, if find a bit slower part so you can stick the rod down and really get to the bottom. So maybe you can find a fish standing behind a rock or something.
So you'd put the rod under the water
Yeah,
as you can.
yeah.
I think he's gonna switch some stuff out.
Quick change, see if that. He's got 35 minutes to go.
35 more minutes.
And he needs 13. 12 won't cut it now. Everyone was guessing between 7 and 12 that he would get. There's a couple of US lads got on there and said he's going to get 13 plus.
Yeah, that water is moving really fast.
What was the reason he came back up, Ashley? Was it he just couldn't get to the river, or?
Yeah, so like the spots that I think he wanted to fish, there's just, it's too high or it's too fast right now. So to where we could get to.
Will we see him go for a swim?
Yeah. He's
you
not
know
a big swimmer, so I don't want him going swimming.
Do you know what he change to there? Did you change to
Kirk,
like?
what did you change out? A jig streamer? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That can be good because that will probably pull down the flies better than the mop.
Yeah.
Because the mop is quite thick, so the water moves it very, very easily.
So it makes a big difference if you find a fly that hasn't got as much stuff on it, just the hook.
Yeah, because that sinks faster. So that's the deal with the perdigons.
Yep.
They are like UV glued body flies. They sink like pellets.
Yep.
So no resistance in the water, so they just go down.
You wouldn't try them in this sort of water, or you'd
You
stick
could
with
just to get down maybe one really big one, so it kind of pulls everything down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you've only just joined us, they've had a lot of rain recently, as you can see, and the water's flowing just over 400 CFS. Kirk's got a bit of a challenge in front of him. How confident are you feeling now, Jonas?
Not so confident yet because it can change really, really fast. I mean, he can still hit a pocket of maybe a bit smaller trout.
Is that what you'd be looking for? The real small ones?
Yeah, probably.
And in water like that, if you hooked one in that whirlpool there, how tough is that going to be to land?
Maybe not as tough as if he hooks one above the whirlpool.
Would you
Because here the fish might still stay in it, so he just swims around
yeah.
in it instead of just going out in the hard in the faster water and just go with it down.
Do I need to go around, Kirk? All right, guys, bear with me.
Off for another run. Yeah,
Another run.
So while she's going for a run, yeah, Jonas, so you wouldn't try and get that fish in as fast as possible in that sort of water, like in the whirlpool like that.
Oh yeah, probably. As
Try and
fast as
fling
you
it
can.
out.
Yeah, probably. Depends on the size. And I mean, they're gonna battle a little bit, but as soon as you kind of get the head up on the surface, if you can pull the fish in straight away, then it's just pulling. That's what I did on the graylings. So they kind of battle it a little bit, but then you get the head above the water and then you can just pull them in.
What sort of size can you actually really have a good fling at them to fling them into the net from a distance? Is there a certain size you see the fish and reef into the net?
Probably around 20 and 25 centimeters. You can fling them in pretty high.
Yeah.
And especially trout in that size because they are a bit lighter than a grayling.
Kirk, where are you at?
Oh,
See him.
you see him?
Yeah.
He hasn't gone for a swim.
Ooh, I might. Okay.
This is where he started?
Yeah.
You got 28 minutes left.
28 minutes.
Just past halfway. Feel for him a bit. There's not a lot for him to have a go at, is there? Not a lot of options, that sort of stuff.
No, not a lot of options that we can access or get to.
That's
And
a
too
pretty
fast for him
nice
to wade
place.
too far into it.
But that's a pretty nice place. It looks like it should hold a few fish.
Good to see get on the board shortly. In that sort of water, Jonas, if he's chasing trout, do they scatter pretty easily? Like, can you scare them pretty easily?
Nah, usually they are not that easily scared when it's like this. They kind of move a little bit, but then they come back. They usually more easy to scare when it's like normal conditions and clear water.
Yeah. We have had some competitor guys get on and say that they like to stir the trout up.
Yeah.
Like, make a lot of splashing around, does that get them aggressive in this sort of stuff?
Maybe not in this. You can activate them if it's like a big hatch going on and you like wake them up a little bit. But in this, I think it's more about getting the fly in front of them and they will just take a bite at it to see what it is.
So Ashley, we haven't been up this way yet.
Nope. This is new.
Could this be the move? He's got
Let's hope.
25 minutes left.
25 minutes. Too fast.
Nice they mowed the grass for us today.
What sort of length rod would you be using in this, Jonas?
Yeah. Probably 10 to a 10.6. Yeah, definitely 10 for a streamer. And then the 10.6 for nymphing. Because it's not that super wide, so
It's just too fast.
It's humming down there.
You guys could go whitewater rafting almost.
yeah.
And when it's like this, Jonas, the slower water is nearly always on the edges, or
Usually. Because
to get around. So
It moves in areas where it's normally not, so and all the grass and stuff will slow it down, but you can still get some slow moving pockets in the middle, especially if you have like a big stone or something sticking up and you get like a backwater behind it.
If you tied a thicker leader on, does that help? The thickness of your leader to get it down, or
Yeah, the thinner the leader, the quicker it gets down.
yeah.
But then you don't want to go too thin, so your risk of breaking off too easily.
oh, mosquitoes are thick.
Is that mosquitoes?
Yes.
Oh, is that fish on?
Everywhere over here. You got a fish? Oh, yep, you got a fish.
Fish on.
Oh, nice.
All the nerves. He's on the board.
Fuck the nerves. Yeah, nice, Kirk.
12 more to go.
On the board.
Pretty one.
Is it a rainbow?
Oh. Brown trout?
The hook set.
He wasn't getting off well.
Oh, he was hungry.
That could
Sorry,
be a good
guys.
sign.
Got it.
Tom O'Connor said, "Fair play, Kirk. You deserve that one."
Yeah, that was, even I was getting nervous there. I mean, it's,
I know, that's bad. Me too. Oh, they're everywhere. Sorry, guys, we're getting eaten by.
Maybe they're all sitting up here.
yeah. Actually, did you see where he caught it? Like in the middle or along the bank?
He caught it kind of like right out in here.
Yeah.
Do they all sort of sit in the same line, sort of behind each other when
Probably.
water's like this?
Probably.
Did you lose him?
Do you have another one on, did he?
No, he just lost a
I was
fly.
trying to get the fly out of a fish's mouth, and then I ended up breaking off and not noticing it.
He's got a re-rig.
Penalty box.
What do you catch that fish on?
What'd you catch the fish on?
It was on a mop.
A mop.
Just a mop.
Oh, you're covered in mosquitoes. We're gonna pay for this later.
So you got 19 minutes, 20 seconds left. 12 fish needed.
How many minutes left?
19 minutes and
19 minutes.
10 seconds. Heading back upstream.
No, we're literally being attacked by mosquitoes. Like it's bad. It's thick. And he and I, like he's covered in them.
Jonas, how's the mosquitoes over there in Sweden?
Yeah, there are plenty of them. And especially now after the rain this weekend. So we had a lot of mosquitoes over the comp and in the cabin and everywhere. So
Well, we forgot our bug repellent, so it's in a box somewhere in the new house.
So what's he tying on now? The same flyer?
You tying the same thing on, Kirk? Yes.
-17 minutes 20.
Oh my God.
Is there anything
Sorry.
you would try here, Jonas? Is there you got anything that you would try right now in this situation?
not really. I would go like Kirk does. He ties on the stuff he caught on, so that's what works.
Would you try we haven't seen him stick the rod in the actual water yet. Would you be trying stuff like that, or
Yeah, probably like where he started. That so you get it down and just swing it across the bottom. Maybe not up here because it looks like there could be a lot of stuff in the water, but it's definitely worth a try. But then it's easy to sit here and say that because when you're out in comp mode, you don't think like straight. So
it's hard to try different things when you're out in comp mode?
yeah.
I've been told that black works really well in any sort of
Yeah.
situations. Is that a really good color even for dark water like this?
Yeah. Black is always good. Because the trout see black in every type of
Sorry.
water. So and sometimes it can be better to go black because if it's too big contrast, the fish might be spooked when they see the fly, so they just ignore it.
Yeah.
But black makes it more natural, so they might feel like they need to try it.
So that's the go-to color if you're chasing trout.
Yeah, mostly.
Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah, we got him. So he's got 14.5 minutes left.
14.5 minutes.
Tom O'Connor just come on and said orange beads can work too.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta try different things. So you have like sometimes it's silver and gold or orange or neon green beads. It's
So Ashley, he hasn't dropped any yet, has he? That was
No, he hasn't dropped any.
his only hit.
I think Yeah, I think he's only gotten that one on.
He's on a fish.
Fish on.
Got it?
Yeah.
You see it?
Yep. Fish in the net.
Yep, fish in the net. What is it, Kirk? Brown trout.
Yeah.
Little guy. You see it?
Was it in the same line as he caught?
Yep, it was in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
Is it possible it's the same fish, or?
No, that was a lot smaller than the one he caught before.
Oh, look out. He's got
Yeah.
13 minutes and 10 seconds.
13 minutes, 10 seconds.
Like we said, it can be changed very quickly. And if you see that, Josh, you catch them where it kind of slows down.
Yeah. So that's what you're looking for in the water like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like right on the bank where it's
Yeah.
slowing down on the edge.
Would you be staying there for the last 12 minutes, Jonas, or?
Hard to say. If I know that I have something similar above me or below me, I might go there and try, but it can still hold more fish there. But it would be worth go and try another spot and then maybe come back if I have the time.
And trout, after they're hooked, from your experience, how soon could it be possible to hook that same fish again? Or is it not possible?
Not straight away, usually. At least wild trout. Stock trout you can catch, they are kind of stupid, but wild trout usually needs a few hours to reset. Grayling is a whole different thing. Because I caught grayling, I had grayling on who took my whole rig, and then I re-rig and cast out, and then I catch the same grayling with the rig in
Get
his
one?
mouth.
He's caught.
I thought he was onto another one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that happened to me several times, that I get my flies back from a grayling I lost them to in the next cast.
He's switching rods. He broke.
Yeah.
He's got 10 minutes, 20 seconds.
10 minutes, 20 seconds.
What size rod that he using there, Ashley?
Is that a 10-foot? Kirk, what size of rod is it? A 10-foot? 10'8".
Hey, Jonas, how much practice do you guys do with changing flies and stuff? Do you do that for a competition? Just sit there and practice time, fly on and off to get used to it, or does it just come through fishing so much?
It comes from experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I tried to get to do the Davy knot, which quite quick knot to do to get the flies on. But I tend to go back to what it's called, like the clinch knot, I think in English. Because I'm so used to do it, so it goes really fast anyway, but the David knot is quite faster. But you kind of do what you do. You can be prepared and maybe have a few rigs prepared, so you just change them out really fast, but
So he's got 8 minutes left.
8 minutes. 8.
Now in this situation, now Jonas should sit in that same spot with 8 minutes left.
say again, Josh.
Would you sit in that same spot now with 8 minutes left after catching 2 fish from that spot he's at?
I'll probably give it another go. But maybe just tie on one fly or something just to make it quick.
Yeah, so in water like this, would you just is 2 flies or 1 fly better in the situation?
Yeah, it's hard to say, but if it's a lot of stuff like trees that's been dragged down because of flooding and stuff, it might be better to just use 1 fly because you won't snag as much. 2 flies will get you down quicker, but you get tangled or you get stuck easily. So, but if I broke off close to the end, I would probably stick to 1 fly because then it's just short leader, 1 fly, and then back out.
Six minutes.
6 minutes.
Needs 11 fish. I've seen it happen, but I'm not sure if I've seen it happen in this type of water.
No.
Mosquitoes are thick.
Jonas, would a fish come up to the top in this type of stuff, or they just sit down deep?
They probably sit down deep. It depends if it's like a really heavy hatch of something, they might show some interest, but probably not.
Last 5 minutes.
4 minutes. Just a few doubles he needs to catch.
Yeah.
So how far is it from where you guys stay, Ashley? Is it a long way away? Has he got many options around where you guys are staying?
Where from here, it's about 30-45 minutes from where we live. There's a lot of options. We moved up here a year ago, so he's from Wyoming originally, so he's fished around here for a long time.
So he knows these hoods then.
Yeah.
Do you guys
He goes to Laramie quite a bit, which is further south between here and Colorado. We're up pretty far north. You moving? I'm gonna try one last spot, I guess.
3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes.
Be nice to see him get 1 or 2 more,
Yeah.
or one big one.
Yeah, it's way different conditions than Danny had on his game in, was it Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How fast does the water drop in these sort of conditions? Would it be like 2 days if it doesn't rain? It'd be like 2 days.
Oh,
5 days? He went for a swim, did he?
Went down.
think
Yeah,
that's
he went for a swim. He's just kind of around this tree.
Yeah. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
A lot more trees to contend with than what you had.
Yeah. Yeah, that spot is quite open. So, and it's quite wide river. So trees is the least of your worries. But it's far up to that river for me.
Last minute. Let's
1 minute.
see if you can get one more. Did Ashley, did he have a number in his head that he thought he could get?
No, I think he was just hoping to get some with the water high.
Tom O'Connor, hats off to Kirk. He gave it everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
he was skeptical about the water being so high and having a very good shot. But he doesn't give up, so.
Yeah. 20 seconds. Can he get another one?
20 seconds.
It's like I said, he told me it was high, but I didn't expect to be like this high.
Well,
So
and this is
I
being
really
two,
thought he
so-
would almost beat me.
2, 1, and game over.
Game over.
Unlucky. Well, congrats, Jonas. That pushes you through, mate,
Yeah, thank you.
through to the next round. We'll just wait for Kirk to come back.
Yeah, he's coming.
Bit waterlogged there.
Yeah.
Are you guys be staying hanging around fishing, Ashley, or?
No, not with the mosquitoes the way that they are. I am gonna let
Did you
him
see that
visit.
beaver grab my ankle?
Kirk, you want to visit with him?
Awesome work, Kirk. Tough conditions.
Sorry,
Let's walk
we're
out.
trying to keep moving so the mosquitoes get off of us.
Yeah, tough conditions, mate. Tom O'Connor come on and said, hats off, mate. You gave it everything.
Yeah.
Good job, Kirk. Despite
Thank
the
you.
Did
conditions.
you have
Yeah.
any other hits or?
I dropped one fish in that place I caught two. I was lifting up and one popped off, but I converted the other two. But yeah, nowhere else did I touch a fish.
Yeah, mate. That's some of the toughest conditions we've actually ever seen on fly fish live. So
Yeah,
big
unfortunately,
mate.
it's unpredictable this time of year, but it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, bit unlucky there, buddy. Unfortunately, that's fishing, isn't it? The
Yes,
weather.
they call it catching it. If
Awesome. Well, that pushes Jonas straight through. We will. I do believe you guys have got to scoot off very quickly. So just stay on the line. Thanks again, Jonas, for jumping on. You guys.
Good luck, Jonas.
Thank you, Kirk. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, guys. There you have it. Kirk was up for a big challenge. Water was just over 400
TFS.
CFS. And ended up with two fish. Did very well with the conditions he's got. So that pushes Jonas through to the next round, and we have Noah Shapiro is up against Tom O'Connor in the next match. So Jonas will be up next. Not Jonas, sorry, Noah will be up next, and stay tuned for that one. That won't be too far away at all. So stay tuned on our social media, and we will see you again very soon. Thanks.